Alright, so today's video is about the new Rise of Iron DLC that was announced yesterday. Uh, about a week ago, or it was a week ago, not about. The This Week at Bungie post said mark your calendars. That instant I set an alarm on my phone to go off 15 minutes prior so I can load up Twitch and watch the stream. So needless to say, when my phone went off and it scared the crap out of me for an alarm that I had forgot I set, I was thankfully rewarded with what was in the live stream. The trailer in the first few seconds was fantastic. It was something else. I felt passion for the game that I haven't had. I've had a little emotion towards this game since the April update because I felt let down with the April update's content. It just was not what I had expected, and to be honest, I believe I was a bit too harsh with the content. But needless to say, I am pumped and I'm ready to get back into this game in time for Rise of Iron. But let's go ahead and get started on my thoughts on the Rise of Iron trailer. The first thing that we notice when this starts up is that there are wolves standing next to Lord Saladin. And this is one of the few times ever that we've seen such a crucial player demasked, and we can finally see what Lord Saladin looks like. Now, the stream said you might be seeing wolves inside the social spaces, which I don't know how many new social spaces will be introduced in Rise of Iron. I do believe it will be, it'll just be one, but I could be wrong on that. This is just my opinions and what I think could be going on. The Lord Saladin's talking about a threat, and there's obviously a breach in the wall in the trailer, and then these machine Fallen come out. Now, we know that the Fallen are fanatics for machines, and they are constantly trying to make themselves part of the machines so that way they feel more close to their god, which unfortunately is the Traveler. If you read the Grimoire, the Traveler is the machine god that they are constantly trying to replicate. But now the machine Fallen are taking off of something called Sivo, which is, they didn't go into detail on it during the stream, and it's not mentioned in the trailer at all, but we do get to see a nice little split second of what I believe Sivo is, and I'll go ahead and throw a screenshot of that. But Sivo appears to be, or what I believe it to be, another Warsat that's been taken over by some sort of, it almost looks organic, but it doesn't look organic at the same time. It looks like it's been improved, but improved for the wrong reason. And I believe that's how the Fallen are tapping into this Warsat's power and making it part of themselves. Now, the new Warsat, I believe it's a new Warsat, but I don't believe it's a new Warsat. My reasoning behind that is because Rise of Iron takes place in the Cosmodrome. It takes place near it in Old Russia. Why would there be two Warsats in one country, in one specific location? Now, I'm not saying that can't be possible, but I just don't see how. I don't understand how there would be two Warsats. And if there are two Warsats in the same location, are they intertwined? Are they one? Are they just different sections of a Warsat all split in between? But the new social space, what I believe to be the new social space, is this place. And this place looked like to be the Hall of Iron. I can't quite remember what it was called, but the statues on the walls look like they're no, they don't look like, they are the Iron Lords. They're the ones that all the weapons were named after. the ones that Lord Saladin has been keeping alive in the memories of the Guardians and spreading their story far and wide. Now, I don't know how the social space will work, if it'll just be like
Let's get in that vault and recover the
like
money.
the reef, or if it would be as important as the tower. I wish the social spaces were as important as the tower was, as like a new faction gets introduced in the Rise of Iron or something like that, and the only place you can talk to your faction leader, in this case might be Lord Saladin, is at the Hall of Iron, or you can turn in these specific quests here. Like, I know in the stream they were talking about how everybody will get a year 2 galley, the Galliahorn, or however they said it. It was very weird how they pronounced it. The J has a Y noise. There's like 4 different pronunciations, and then the new trailer has a new pronunciation I've never heard. But they were very adamant on the fact that everybody will be getting a galley through a quest, which I'm assuming is similar to how we all got the Dreadfang from Varix in the April update. But
Medkit over here.
I imagine that we could do something like that in the Hall of Iron, and I'm hoping that we can forge more weapons through this system, if there is one. Because how cool would that be to sit down and you go find weapon parts from like doing a patrol, and you have the possibility of crafting a legendary version of, like, say for example the Suros regime, and it has like focus fire on it, but it's not as powerful as Suros regime, but you know it is definitely the Suros regime. That's just something I hope is implemented, but knowing Bungie, it isn't. This engine's almost 3 years old, and I can't wait for the sequel next year, and this Rise of Iron, I'm hoping is enough content to keep me satisfied to the next year. But hopefully at E3 next week, we'll be seeing some Destiny 2 gameplay, because they did confirm, Deej and the 2 guys that were on the stream with them, they did confirm that they will be at E3 this year, but I don't know where they're going to work with that, because Activision isn't having their floor this year, and they're usually the largest ones there. Activision will be depending on the Sony conference with Call of Duty, so I don't know if we'll see anything from Bungie inside the PlayStation conference. I know we won't be seeing it through the Microsoft conference, and we definitely won't be seeing it through Nintendo, but that would be really cool if Destiny went to the NX, because as stupid as it sounds, we don't know anything about it, I'd pick it up for the NX. Now, what I have next on here is Raid Boss. The Raid Boss that we saw, which is this guy, it looks like he has 2 fallen mines on his, I want to say paws, but he's not really an animal. This on his arms, and it looks like he's gonna slide down the this catwalk, is what it looks like, and hopefully I really hope this is gonna be one of the coolest boss fights that we've seen in Destiny so far, because it looks super interesting. It looks super cool. Not a whole lot was revealed about this raid boss. We didn't even get a name.
Medkit for you.
We did get a different name, like a fake name, but I honestly forget what it was. It wasn't that funny, and it was kind of like out of the blue. But as you can see, we're looking at Rise of Iron, and we're having all this armor that looks super cool, and the armor is something I want to touch on too. Armor is what makes you look cool, and makes you feel awesome in the universe of Destiny. The armor shows what you've done, how you did it, your time that was placed into it. Like, I know I lost it when I finally got a hard mode King's Fall helmet on my hunter, because I'd had every other piece, including I had 3 hunter cloaks, hard mode hunter cloaks, for about a good solid 3 months, and I finally got a hard mode helm, and then I was finally able to get Ascendant plane. And then people see me in the tower, and I get invites asking me to join raids and stuff. It shows that you have done these activities before, that you have been there before, and the armor shows what you've done, and that's what they were talking about on the stream too, like the new Viking style armor, which I'm super excited for. Viking and fur and armor like that, it goes so well, and it looks really good on the Destiny characters. And this Warlock armor set right here, it blows me away. It almost makes me want to main my Warlock now, which is my second main, right behind my Hunter. It's so exciting to see this, and we're seeing some carryovers from the April update, such as the Desolate armor. I don't know if it was in this trailer. I might be able to find a screenshot from the stream. And that means it will be carrying over, hopefully. Now, if it's anything like the Taken King trailers, where you can see the Hunter wearing Malak's helmet and in the trailer, and that wasn't added until the April update, which is very disappointing. But the armor will carry over, hopefully, and then the Kostov, I don't know how it's pronounced, the AKM4 hybrid that you get at the beginning of the game when you start up a fresh character. That first rifle, let me see if I can find a screenshot of it. A Titan's actually seen holding it, so I wonder if that will carry over somehow, if that will become an exotic weapon, or if that's part of the forging quest I was talking about. It would be super cool. Now, the last thing I have to talk about is that year 3, I almost said year 2, Gjallarhorn coming back in black, and it looks so good. It looks super good. Unfortunately, it's a pre-order bonus, but with a $30 price tag for what looks like fantastic DLC, I'm saying it's worth it to pre-order, because if you pre-order it now, you're getting the same content you would if you'd waited until it came out. But I understand if you don't like pre-ordering things. I don't like pre-ordering things anymore after my experience with Advanced Warfare. But I like Bungie. I like Destiny. I've always liked these two. I'm throwing them my money, and if I get disappointed from this, I know I won't be pre-ordering again from them. So I will be pre-ordering it, and hopefully be able to show you the back in black model of the Gjallarhorn whenever it drops. So that's all I've pretty much got to talk about. That's my opinions on the trailer. The stream was interesting. It showed new areas like the Plague Lands. It didn't show it. It talked about it. It talked about a new social space, Plague Lands, changes to Crucible, a new mode coming to Crucible, new strikes. They're reviving some old strikes, probably like the that Venus one. I've only played it twice. Can't remember the name of it. I'm not a year 1 player. I started at year 2, but as you can see from the screenshot now, I have quite a few hours behind me for just being year 2. That's all I've got to talk about. Thank you for listening to me ramble and say a lot. Thank you for watching. Necro's out.